We have another guest here tonight, Mayor candidate Matt Bentley. I'd like to bring him up and kind of let him kind of get us up to speed on the campaign and things coming up. The election's coming up quick, so everyone, welcome Matt.
Thanks, John. Thank you. I didn't prepare anything. I didn't expect to be here today necessarily, but thank you, Josh, for the opportunity. The only thing I might mention is we had a committee meeting. I know most of you are from out of town, so this might matter, but the Public Services Committee met to discuss the special assessments, the $5,000 special assessments for each property in Hillsdale to get your road fixed. Oh, hi. So they decided on Oak Street and a couple other, South Street, and they're gonna try to collect $5,000 from all the houses on those streets. And I tried to warn them, as I have in the past, that if my understanding is correct, 51% of the owners of those properties, if they object, then special assessments won't be, and so the projects won't go forward. So I don't know where it's going to go from here. It's going to become contentious, I believe. We have a council meeting on Monday, and you're all welcome to come speak from the podium. And the campaign's going pretty well. There was a couple Channel 6 out of Jackson. A reporter did a report on me and on Scott Sessions. And there's been some articles in the Collegian and the Hillsdalian, and of course the Hillsdale County Review. So if you have any questions about any of that or anything else.
Matt, you'd like to be a week after our last monthly meeting at the library, I believe.
Ah, yes.
How did that go? Speak on that.
So that was fun. Mark, of course, recorded it, so it's available for your viewing pleasure. Thank you, Mark. I would say there was 75, 80 people in the room. I would guess 2/3 of them were against the diet, but many downtown business owners came and charged the podium first, so most of the speakers ended up being pro-diet. But there was one, and I think it's on your channel, Evan Mekas gave kind of a barn burner send-up of the ridiculousness of the road diet. So that was the high point. Oh, and I should also mention, it was a special, I called a special session at the library, and 4 of the councilmen did not show up, so it was not a legitimate meeting because I guess they didn't want to hear what the people had to say. So anyway, thank you. Anybody else?
So you're the only person on council there?
No. Councilman Bruns, Mayor Pro Tem Palladino, and Dr. Wolfram were all there.
Oh, this is the usual suspect.
Essentially. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'd like to say something on the special assessment. According to a Federal Reserve study, over half the people in this country cannot financially handle an unexpected bill of $400. So to assess people $5,000 to get their streets fixed is really a tool of oppression.
Especially after they've already paid taxes on their road.
Exactly.
I can't disagree, and we'll see what happens, but it seems to me that the people, now that we know, because of Berry Street, I don't know if any of you remember Berry Street back in February, March, April, they organized themselves and they got the runaround, but they stuck with it. A gentleman named Tim Palelli did the heavy lifting there, and it turned out by the end of it that they defeated the road diet there. So presumably Berry Street won't get fixed for another generation, unless I have anything to do with it. But what I think we learned from that is that the process doesn't have to be onerous. There isn't some timetable that has to be in, some forms that have to be filled out correctly. If I'm not mistaken, it's signatures and dates on a piece of paper, and that's how easy it is. And if it's that easy, then I don't think there's a neighborhood in this town that can't get 51%. So I would say I warned the powers that be, and I hope that they will compromise, because otherwise the whole program goes to zero. So we'll see what happens.
Can we collect signatures for those people and turn them into council?
Absolutely, there will be an organized, I've heard from people on Oak Street and South Street that they are already organizing to collect those signatures. So yes, I can put you in touch. But it's only at the preliminary stages, because this has only gotten back on the radar the last meeting. Yes, sir.
Okay, the whole 51% thing, it's a ruse of, well, you have a choice of nothing. If I've already paid my taxes for my road, and if I get 51% of my neighbors to go along with me, then we don't get our road done, and we're supposed to be happy about that.
That's right.
See, we get a choice of nothing, and government goes, well, we give you choice.
Yes.
No, that's no choice at all.
That's right.
So how about 65% and we can throw somebody off the council? That's what I'd like better.
Well, it's getting a little late for recalls, but we are going to have 5 seats on council out of a 9-person council, plus the mayor, so technically 6 in 2026. So we are hoping to get organized and make a push to get a majority, so that we can, well, hopefully we can figure out this special assessment thing before then. But there's, as you all can imagine, many other things lined up that need to be fixed for the people.
What if the citizens of Oak Street gathered together, pooled their money together, laid new pavement down on that road in the middle of the night, and the next day woke up and they had a brand new road and didn't talk to the city about it? What can the city do?
I do not know.
Put them all in jail.
Yeah.
Is that road that lasts?
The last time I was here, though, I heard, I think somebody from Adams Township, I can't remember, was trying to say that, and that it doesn't even work out there, so I don't know how it would
I
work.
just don't know how anybody would, on city council or law enforcement, could enforce.
They got a lot of tricks. I don't know all their
Yeah,
tricks.
they'll give you another no choice.
Yeah, that's right. So,
Matt,
anyway,
you made
yes, sir.
mention of my channel, and for those that don't know, it's on YouTube. It's The Adams Times.
The Adams Times on YouTube is Mark Nichols' channel, and he does great work, including this, presumably.
This should be going up on YouTube.
And other media to watch are the Hillsdalean, which is on Substack, and Hillsdale County Review, which is on Substack, the Hillsdale Daily News, of course. And we've been getting a lot more attention lately from Fox 47 and Channel 6. So,
And if anybody's not been reading them, what's the article that the group here is putting out, Josh? The ones
I
that,
also have to speak on that, I can't remember the name of it.
but if,
What have they spent at the airport in general? There's several projects there. How much they spent there in a couple of years?
a lot. But the good news is, there's a new airport manager, and I can't say enough good things about him. He's a townie. He fell in love with aviation as a 10, 11-year-old. He made a career out of it, and now he wants to come back and run Hillsdale Airport eventually, as soon as possible, no cost to the city. It's been over, operating costs alone have been over $100,000 going back years. Just the operating costs, let alone the special grants and the special projects and the new terminal. But going forward, it's very hopeful, and and he wants to have community outreach. He's always inviting everybody. He wants to get a restaurant out there maybe and have events. He's got a great vision for the airport. So as much as we may have sunk into it before now, going forward, I think it's hopeful.
And Matt,
Yes, sir.
You said that about the road diet, you had the meeting at the library then, and that the majority of the people that were there were in favor of the road diet?
By my estimation, no. 2/3 would have been against the road diet.
Okay.
And by my estimation, 90% of Hillsdale would be against the road diet. But the speakers that showed up were for the road diet. They were downtown business owners. So,
Thank you.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Going back to the airport for a second, is there a board that we can get onto the board and support this new?
Yes, there's an airport board. That's all I can say about it, but that's a good idea. It's owned by the city, so presumably it might have to be city folk, but I don't know. A lot of these boards, BPU, TIFA even, like many of them have non-Tom's folk in them, so I don't know the answer to that. But yes, sir.
We did have a member check in on that. Ours supposed to be in town, to be on these various boards. And there's even some shady things going on that for some of the people that are on these boards. That needs to be straightened out.
Yes, sir. That's right.
Same thing.
Thank you, Josh. Appreciate it.
All right, a lot of good stuff there. Make sure you're out, talking about this election. Talking to your neighbors, talking to folks live in the city, and make sure they're engaged and participating. That's the biggest thing that we've faced here in the past few years is just the lack of participation, especially in a primary or a special election. What are we getting? 30-35% of the voters to turn out and actually, cast their vote. That's not a good representation of all the people that are in this county. So we need to continue to encourage folks to get out there and do their civic duties. So.